Imagine a book lost in the annals of time, a tome that holds the answers to humanity's most profound questions. Who are we? Where do we come from? Where are we headed? This book exists, and it is known as the Corpus Hermeticum. For centuries, this collection of texts has been studied by alchemists, philosophers, and seekers of truth. It is said to be the work of Hermes Trismegistus, a figure both divine and human, whose words transcended empires, inspired geniuses like Isaac Newton, Giordano Bruno, and laid the foundations for occultism, alchemy, and even modern science. But what makes this book so extraordinary? What secrets does it hold? In this video, we will delve into the mysteries of the Corpus Hermeticum, uncover its hidden messages, and explore how its wisdom can transform your life. Prepare for a journey into the heart of Hermetic wisdom. Few works in history carry an aura of mystery as profound as the Corpus Hermeticum. It is not merely a book, but a collection of texts that, for centuries, were considered the key to understanding the divine and the nature of existence itself. Its origins are shrouded in the mists of time, somewhere between myth and reality. The Hermetic texts emerged during a pivotal era in the ancient world, the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD, when Egypt, still steeped in the wisdom of the pharaohs, was under Roman rule. Alexandria, the city of knowledge, was home to the greatest lighthouse and the largest library of antiquity. It was a melting pot of cultures, where Greeks, Egyptians, Romans, Jews, and Persians exchanged ideas, blending science, philosophy, and religion. It was in this vibrant environment that the Corpus Hermeticum was born, a series of spiritual dialogues believed to be revelations from Hermes Trismegistus, the master of occult wisdom, the celestial messenger, and the guardian of hidden secrets. Hermes Trismegistus was said to have lived in the earliest days of Egyptian civilization, and his teachings were passed down through texts that only the initiated could comprehend. In one of the Hermetic treatises, Asclepius, it is written, "The Egyptians have always taken care to keep their teachings hidden. Only the wise were worthy of receiving such secrets." These teachings were believed to have been inscribed on secret scrolls and stored in the temples of Egypt until they were translated into Greek and spread throughout the Hellenistic world. But what became of these texts? For centuries, Hermetic knowledge remained confined to small groups of initiates. With the rise of Christianity in the Roman Empire, esoteric schools faced persecution, libraries were burned, and temples of wisdom were destroyed. When the famed Library of Alexandria was set ablaze, much was lost, but fragments of the Hermetic writings survived. They were hidden in monasteries, preserved by sages who believed that one day the world would be ready to receive them again. That day came in the 15th century, during the Renaissance. In 1460, a monk named Leonardo da Pistoia was sent to Constantinople by Cosimo de' Medici, a patron of art and philosophy, to search for ancient manuscripts lost to the West. In a Byzantine library, Leonardo made a remarkable discovery, a collection of Greek texts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. Recognizing their value, he brought the manuscripts to Florence, where they would change the course of European thought. Cosimo de' Medici entrusted the translation of these texts to Marsilio Ficino, one of his greatest intellectuals. Ficino, who was already translating the works of Plato, was given a new directive: stop everything and translate Hermes first. Why the urgency? Because Renaissance scholars believed the Corpus Hermeticum held the key to understanding the mysteries of the universe. Ficino translated the texts from Greek into Latin, making them accessible to scholars of the time. The impact was immediate. The Corpus Hermeticum reignited interest in occultism, influencing alchemists, astronomers, and philosophers. Giordano Bruno, one of the great mystics of the Renaissance, based his ideas on Hermeticism. Isaac Newton, one of the fathers of modern science, studied alchemy and was deeply fascinated by Hermetic thought. The rediscovery of the Corpus Hermeticum laid the groundwork for the Western esoteric tradition. But what do these texts actually say? Hermes Trismegistus does not merely speculate about the universe. He reveals knowledge that invites inner transformation. His dialogues are enigmatic, sometimes obscure, but they carry wisdom that transcends time. At the heart of his teachings is a cosmic vision in which the divine and the human are not separate. The first and most striking Hermetic principle is the idea that everything in the universe is one. Nothing exists in isolation, and the separation between matter and spirit is an illusion of limited perception. In the first treatise of the Corpus Hermeticum, known as Poimandres, Hermes receives a revelation from a being of light, who tells him, "The all is one, and the one is all. Everything that exists is contained within it, and it is contained within everything that exists." This central idea suggests that the universe is not a random creation, but an interconnected whole, permeated by an underlying intelligence, a cosmic mind. This concept echoes the Logos of Greek philosophy and the Brahman of Hindu tradition. Hermes teaches that humans are not mere observers of the cosmos but active participants in this great intelligence. But how can one access this truth? How can one perceive this unity? Hermes' answer is clear: through self-knowledge. He states that the average person lives trapped in illusions, believing they are merely a body, a collection of desires and fears. However, those who awaken realize that their essence is divine. "You are light and life, like God," Hermes declares. For man is a mortal God, and God is an immortal man. This idea resonates with many spiritual traditions throughout history. Hermes suggests that there is no real separation between the human and the divine. What exists is forgetfulness. Humanity has fallen into the material world and forgotten its true nature. Yet Hermes does not advocate escaping the world or rejecting matter to attain the spirit. Instead, he teaches that everything is part of the same divine reality. Matter and spirit are manifestations of the same primordial energy. The secret lies in learning to see the divine in all things. Another fundamental teaching of the Corpus Hermeticum is the power of the mind. Hermes explains that the human mind is a reflection of the divine mind, and thought has the power to shape reality. This connects directly with the Hermetic principle of mentalism. The all is mind. If the universe is mental, then our thoughts and beliefs directly influence our experience. This explains why ancient Hermeticists dedicated so much time to contemplation and meditation. The secret to transforming life lies not in manipulating the external world, but in transforming the internal mind. The teachings of the Corpus Hermeticum reveal that the mysteries of the universe are, in truth, the mysteries of our own consciousness. The macrocosm and the microcosm mirror each other, as above, so below. Hermes invites us to look beyond appearances and see the hidden truth behind everything. But this truth cannot be found through intellect alone. It must be lived and experienced. The Hermetic path is not just a theory. It is a practice, an art of living. Hermes Trismegistus does not merely discuss theories about the universe. He provides a path for seekers to awaken their true nature and attain enlightenment. But what does this enlightenment mean? For Hermes, it is the realization of unity with the all. In the Corpus Hermeticum, Hermes describes this journey as a process of ascension. The seeker begins trapped in the material world, blinded by passions and the senses. But through the awakening of consciousness, they ascend toward the divine. This path is not taken with the feet but with the mind and heart. It is a journey of detachment, understanding, and remembrance of what has always been true. The first step toward enlightenment is self-knowledge. Hermes teaches that those who wish to understand the universe must first understand themselves. This means looking inward with honesty, recognizing the illusions that imprison us, and understanding that our true essence is not limited to the body or the ego. In one of his dialogues, he states, "The man who knows himself becomes like God, for within him dwells the spark of the all." But self-knowledge alone is not enough. Hermes teaches that the seeker must learn to control their lower passions and desires. This does not mean repressing or denying earthly experiences, but rather learning not to be enslaved by them. The mind must become serene, like a still lake, reflecting the light of truth without distortion. To reach this state, the Hermetic practitioner must cultivate wisdom, virtue, and detachment from worldly illusions. In the Corpus Hermeticum, there is a central concept called spiritual rebirth. Hermes explains that enlightenment is not merely learning but an internal rebirth. The seeker must die to the world of illusions and be reborn into a new perception of reality. This rebirth is not physical but mental and spiritual. Hermes describes this moment as an explosion of light within consciousness, a sudden recognition of the supreme truth. O child, when you understand that you yourself are light and life, then you will enter the path of immortality. This state of enlightenment is not reserved for a chosen few. Hermes teaches that anyone who sincerely seeks the truth and strives on the path can attain it. But the price of this realization is total surrender. The ego must be dissolved, attachment to the material world must be transcended, and the mind must be open to receiving divine wisdom. This path is not easy. Many fall into the traps of spiritual pride, believing they have reached enlightenment when they are still ensnared by illusions. True enlightenment brings humility, not arrogance. The Hermetic sage does not seek to display their knowledge, but to live in harmony with the all. The teachings of the Corpus Hermeticum have transcended centuries, shaping esoteric traditions, influencing alchemists and scientists, and continuing to echo in the modern world. The Hermetic legacy is not just a set of philosophical ideas, but a key to understanding the relationship between humanity and the universe. From the Renaissance to the present day, Hermeticism has inspired thinkers, artists, and seekers of truth. Its principles, self-knowledge, purification, detachment, and union with the all, remain as relevant today as they were in ancient times. If this exploration of the Corpus Hermeticum has resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with others who seek deeper answers about the universe and spirituality. Your engagement helps spread Hermetic wisdom and allows us to create more content that unveils the mysteries of existence. Share your reflections in the comments. How have the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus impacted your worldview? Let's continue this journey of discovery and spiritual awakening together. Thank you for watching.